This week from Mom's Cookbook Collection, we're going to be reading between the recipes, a year's worth of inspired, innovative, often outrageous ideas on New England food and cooking by Leslie Land, Yankee Books, copyright 1987. And this week we're going to be modifying a recipe, a meatloaf recipe. We're going to be doing my mom's cleaning out the fridge stuffed meatloaf, and we're going to be adding some ingredients. Stuffing, 3 tablespoons butter, 1½ cups of chopped onion, the grated zest of 1 large lemon, about 1 tablespoon, 2½ cups of plain, fairly sturdy bread, either cut into small, not more than 1/3 inch cubes, or very coarsely crumbled, 1½ teaspoons of dried thyme leaves crumbled, 1½ teaspoons of garden fresh dried sage leaves crumbled, 1/4 cup of minced fresh parsley, 1/4 teaspoon of cracked black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and approximately 2/3 cup of warm milk. And to this I will be adding 6 slices of pre-cooked bacon chopped, 2/3 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 red pepper finely chopped, and 1 carrot finely chopped. To prepare the meatloaf, 1½ pounds of lean ground beef, 1 beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Make the stuffing. Melt the butter in a heavy skillet over medium heat. Add the bacon. Saute the onions in it, stirring occasionally until it is wilted and golden or just starting to turn brown, about 10 minutes. Add the red pepper, add the carrot, stirring now and then, about 8 minutes more. Stir in the lemon zest, take the pan from the heat, and at once scrape out all the contents over the breadcrumbs. Stir thoroughly, then stir in 1½ teaspoons of dried thyme leaves, 1½ teaspoons of dried sage leaves, 1/4 cup of minced fresh parsley, 1/4 teaspoon of cracked black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now start adding the milk a little at a time, stirring as you go. Pause frequently. You may not want it all, as breads may vary in moistness. You want the stuffing damp enough so it doesn't leach juices from the meat, but dry enough so it won't turn to paste when it absorbs all those delicious drippings. Set the stuffing aside. Combine the meatloaf ingredients. To the lean ground beef, add the beaten egg, 1 large clove of garlic, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, and 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Toss in the ingredients gently with your fingertips or a long prong fork so the meat isn't crushed and toughened. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Set out a sheet of waxed pepper about 16 inches long and turn the larger portion of meat out onto it. Patting and smoothing, spread the meat into a flat rectangle about 12 by 14 inches. Spread the stuffing in an even layer over the meat, leaving a 1/2 inch margin on one end. Press firmly as you go to bond the meat and its filling together. Using the edge of the wax paper as a helper, turn the 1/2 inch edge over the stuffing, then roll the loaf up like a jelly roll, pressing and patting as you go. Transfer the loaf seam side down into the pan and hand mold so there's a channel at the sides for juices to collect instead of running over. And bake 1 hour or until the juices run clear. Let the baked meatloaf cool 5 minutes, then pour off any excess fat. Let sit 2 to 3 minutes more so the loaf can firm up for easier slicing. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, yeah. Oh, very good. You can really taste that lemon. This is a modified recipe. I added a lot of ingredients. The original recipe was called My Mom's Stuffed Meatloaf. I called it My Mom's Cleaning Out the Fridge Stuffed Meatloaf. And this recipe was a winner. And this is from Reading Between the Recipes. A year's worth of inspired, innovative, often outrageous ideas on New England food and cooking by Leslie Land, Yankee Books, copyright 1987.